separated your deep ball from everybody else?
My deep ball, it has a little secret sauce to it, man.
Never get too high, never get too low, but just keep moving.
The whole story is Carlos never beat me in any kind of sports in high school.
Welcome to the OITNB Black Podcast. I am your host, Andy Brady, joined by my co-host, Zell. Zell, say what's up.
Hello, world! Just getting some last tweets out. I'm very excited tonight to have a wonderful show. We normally do this thing on the internet weekly, bi-weekly, after all the games and all that good stuff. But we preach the gospel of good winning and winning football from the Bengals organization all together. But this is a very special show, not only because we're live tonight, but we have Mr. Kevin Huber live in the building. Kevin, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good. It's a good surprise coming in here. It's the first live show, I guess, first in-person live show. So it's like a good night.
You're not hyped enough.
I'm not a big hype guy.
So obviously you played college football at the University of Cincinnati. You've been a Bengal. You've been a Bengal now for the majority, if not all of your career. What was it like to play for the University of Cincinnati and also play for the Bengals?
It's been a pretty fun ride so far. Just stay in Cincinnati, and everything here has been fun. Something that very few people can say, in the NFL ever played. So the fact that I can stay local, my family will come along to games, all my friends go out, so close to them. So it's been a fun experience.
Do you think that people understand how hard it is to be a professional football player? Do you think that people understand what you go through on an everyday basis just to get to the point to be ready for Sunday?
I don't think they trust it because as far as there's 32 funding jobs in the world. So the fact that there's a lot more folks out there that are coming to your job and that. For me personally, I know there's a lot of other guys that they have shorter legs and they have, they might be working harder than I am, but I still know better than they are, and I know what I need to do to get better that week. So, I think the thing is the mental part of it that people don't realize that, they call it that, not long, that's all I'm
Yeah. Tell people how many seasons, what season is this?
This is 13 for me. I just know that at any point I can get cut at any day. Just having that in the back of your mind, it's pretty big stress. But it's something that people don't really understand unless they really do. That's probably the biggest thing to know that if you don't perform that week, the next week is going to work out of hunters and you can go on. So that's probably, how to say about it.
So obviously special teams is an important part of the game. You talk about confident punt hits and things like that to trap offenses completely far back within their territory. What do you do as a punter as far as your prep for the week, as far as a regular practice week?
For me, being my 13th year, I don't do too much more now. Now I'm more like to kick less because I know, I only kick more if I need to. So I try to kick less just to save my legs as much as I can. That way I can get down for the best I possibly can. If there's something I'm struggling with, I'll put some more work in the week. But really for me, it's body maintenance. Getting a good workout on Mondays after the game. Just making sure my body feels the best it can. As far as technique-wise, I'll tweak some things here and there, but for the most part, it's just body maintenance.
Coming up into this game, this is a pretty important game. I don't know if you guys are going to be in the game tomorrow night. Anybody going to be in the game tomorrow night? So we got a Thursday night football game. What is different about a Thursday night football game versus, or just a primetime game period, versus a Sunday 1 o'clock?
Well, first, it's kind of a two-part question. The Thursday night game, there's a quick turnaround. So a lot of times teams will do some prep work in the weeks leading up to it, kind of do some film watching just to get a head start on it. Because, once the game's over on Sunday, coaches are right back up to their office. They're spending the night in their offices, getting the game plan in, and then we come back in Monday to quickly review the game, and then we're on to the next game. So it's a pretty good turnaround, and you got to really watch how you practice and the reps you do during those couple of days, just so, guys are recovering, but at the same time getting ready for the game. So the Thursday night game is a little tricky with that. Most guys are managed pretty well. Then as far as, primetime games, it's a bigger spotlight. There's more lead up to it. There's more media on it. There's just more of everything. And, I think that's all about just controlling your emotions. Because some guys get out, they kind of get in the lights, some of the other guys, and they get a little, they might forget an assignment or a route or something. But really, I think just for primetime games, the biggest thing is controlling your emotions.
Definitely. So you've been around, as you stated, for 13 seasons. So you've seen a lot of different coaching staffs, a lot of different players. Is there anything different about this year's Bengals team?
If I could pinpoint one thing, it's I really felt this year there's a lack of egos. It's a great locker room where guys they come in every day, and you don't see anybody complaining. They're doing whatever it takes to get ready for practice, get ready for the week. They're working together. They're helping, defense is helping the offense, offense helping defense. Just really kind of working together to get as much as they can out of it every day. And it's not something it's hard to come by when you get that, because you get that complete locker room for that. And you have to have good leadership, in all position groups. I think we have that. And I think it's kind of testament to what Zach's been doing the last couple of years. I know they weren't the greatest for the last couple of years, but when you have a new regime, it takes some time. And you're going to get your own players in. You got to get those guys to develop how you want them to develop. And, I think it's showing now what he's been working on.
Definitely. That's awesome.
I think I wanted to ask, did anyone from the crowd tonight, since we never get to have these live shows, I do want to get my man Greg is one of the number one supporters, I think, of Bengals. I want to ask you, Greg, do you have a question for Mr. Kevin Euclid tonight?
Yes, I do.
I did put you on the spot. I want you to feel the pressure. I live for pressure. I want everybody in Cincinnati to just live for pressure. Pressure is what defines us.
Hey, Kevin, obviously this is a big game Thursday, but there's another game going on Saturday. I think you're quite aware. Are we going to beat Notre Dame? Yeah, we are.
I think we are. I think
That's what I'm talking
I think we got a great team, great coaching staff.
Great question.
Obviously, first half play might need to get a little better, but I think we got a bye week, get things, figured out, and I think we're gonna come out and put on the show. Got a couple guys on the team that I've been chirping back and forth with this week, so they need to come out and talk. So I'll be watching. Luckily we got the Thursday game, so I can sit back and relax on Saturday and watch the game.
So one thing that I want to ask you, Kevin, we're sitting here at MidwestBestBBQ, one of the greatest restaurants in Cincinnati. A little birdie told me that you were one of the first people in Cincinnati to kind of put this place on the map. So what was it about MidwestBestBBQ that made you just want to, come in and raise the awareness of this great restaurant?
So I have some relatives, whatnot, that have been coming here for a long time. And when they would know that we saw here, they called me up and said, hey, come out here and check it out. So I definitely came out. They said they had some of the best food out there, so you got to check that out. So, I just want to come out and support them, and it's a great spot. And if anybody's not been here before, that's listening tonight, you got to stop by and check it out. Great food, great atmosphere. Definitely check it out.
What do you order?
We want to know.
We want to know what you ordered.
What's Kevin's go-to dish? Wings. G-Bone.
All right, so I know Kevin's been very, very generous with his time. I just wanted to ask, did you have any words or anything that you want to tell the people, the Bengals fans, the true ones that stuck through this, just like you stuck with this franchise? You probably could have made some other moves. That, you know, like you're being very generous to say, okay, I'm fortunate enough that like you're very, very good at what you do. And that doesn't mean that you have to stay in one location for that long. I think that says a lot about you as a person. Do you have any words of encouragement that you tell people that have stuck with this franchise for this long, for the ups and the downs?
I'm gonna say is we appreciate you guys, and we're definitely gonna need you guys on Thursday night. We want to make this place, we want to make all around a place that's hard to play at, and I think week one we showed that with how many all-star friendlies the Vikings had on offense, and I think it was due to the crowd. We need to keep that going the rest of the year. That's only help us win more games and get back to the playoffs. It's been a few years and we need to get back to it.
Kevin, once again, we want to thank you for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kevin Hughes. We got some more guests coming up. We're going to let Kevin go ahead and get out of here. But we will be coming with some more guests, some stay tuned. We got man Butch Hobson coming up later. Me and him are going to do a little bit of talking. We've got great things going on right now in Cincinnati. We're going to be here at Midwest Best BBQ from 7 to 9 tonight. So definitely be sure to pull up, get you some good food, catch some vibes, because you guys already know. Thursday night football tomorrow, we do all day, every day, especially on Thursday. So we have to tap in. We're going to start with the preview of the game once my man Zim comes back. So we're going to take a brief intermission. But we'll be back. And thank you to everybody that's watching at home as well. We'll be right back.
Good look against Jags Thursday, man. Got a good feeling about the season, Kevin. No, great feeling. Keep it going. Yes, sir.
And we got the Ravens on right now. Cold light orange. Then we got some t-shirts. As you can see on the screen right there.
Bigger too.
Cold light orange shirt.
Make sure you got that. I appreciate that. Absolutely. All right, man. All right, Kevin. Thank you so much.
All right, so we're have our brief intermission right now. Let's talk about this game, bro.
That's pretty exciting.
It's very
How about that?
it's very exciting. I hope you guys at home enjoyed that. We're gonna start talking about this Jaguars game. So obviously, you said I don't need vote. Thank you, sir. All right, so we're gonna talk about this Jaguars game Thursday night football. Coming into this game, it broke earlier today that Jesse Bates is gonna be out of this game. Also, C. Higgins is out of the game. Cheeto is also doubtful for this game. What do you think the Bengals need to do to make it through these injuries with two of our best players to get this win against Jacksonville?
I think what's going on is very unfortunate, but for the most part, I feel like the defense has carried us throughout, the season thus far, right? So what are the things that have hampered the Jaguars this season is that Trevor Lawrence, rookie quarterback, comes in, hasn't seen different coverages, hasn't seen different NFL, just different alignments, period, altogether. stuff that he doesn't want to do, and he put the onus on the defense more so than I think most of us, like myself. I'm Mr. Offense is your defense, and I want points, 30 a game, whatever. But I think this is one game. I know Jesse Bates is there, but I just think the front seven, Kyler Curry, who we might hear from later on today, right? We might have another guest coming in live, but those are the things that I think are just going to make them super uncomfortable. And for the most part, I think that's the calling card for beating a team that is currently 0-3, kill their confidence early, get out there, jump on them. If you get 10 points, you get them up by, if you're up by 10 points on them, you hand the ball off the next end, you let them do his thing. I think they need to not come out there timid and not come out there and just think that they're going to play some smash mouth football and just run over these dudes. They're not scrubs up front. There's a lot of guys that we haven't heard of because they had heavy turnover this past year. But I think if they try to come out there and just start trying to run, it's probably not going to work. They got to throw early, get a good lead, make Trevor Lawrence in some uncomfortable positions early in the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think after we took down Big Ben against those Pittsburgh Steelers, we got to keep that momentum going. We definitely have to keep it going against Trevor Lawrence. He had a horrible week one. We got to continue to make him uncomfortable and allow him to kind of turn over the ball for this defense. I think you're right. We definitely have to attack their secondary as well. They just traded away C.J. Henderson. I don't think he was starting, but I don't know really too many of the corners that they actually have in Jacksonville. And when you have to match up against this Bengals team, you got to be able to match up against these receivers. Even without T. Higgins, we still have Auden Tate. We still have Jamar Chase. We still have Mike Thomas. We still have Tyler Boyd. These are guys that are going to put pressure against all kinds of defenses out there. So I think that we have to continue to do that. I think, like you said, run with Mixon. We have to keep that momentum that we've had on defense. Obviously, the secondary is going to be affected with the loss of Jesse Bates, but they can't let that impact what's going on. And I think that starts with the front seven. You have to continue to get that pressure against that Jaguars offensive line and try to get home. And if you can do that, I think that helps you win this game.
Right. So if you are online and you're catching this out, we're having some audio issues, but here live in Midwest Barbecue, we're doing just fine. One thing I want to say is I want to tell you guys I appreciate you guys coming out. I know a lot of people are going to go to the game tomorrow. I think it's very important that we say the course on a lot of this stuff, because I think last week showed a lot of people that this is a different team. Whether you believe that they're a playoff team or not, this is a different team. And they got a different mentality and a different attitude. And I think the people in the city kind of carry that same attitude with them. And we kind of glow as they glow. And I don't feel like the Jaguars are a threat at all. Let's do something. Let's do our first. Let's do a gift card. Want to do a $10 off?
Yeah.
All right. How are we going to decide who gets it, though? You got to bear with me. I haven't done this live. I'm a very confident gentleman, but I haven't done it live. But our first one, let's say we're going to go with a $10 off coupon. You guys are coupon with you, right? All right. So we're going to go with a $10 off coupon. I want to know the first person. Who's going to just yell it out there? They'll be like, oh, why are you yelling it up first? And now I got some trivia questions, but I got something for. I want to know who leads the Jaguars in tackles this year. Do we know it's Miles Jack? You're just naming the best person on the Jaguars. They got that other guy from LSU. Here you go. Josh Allen on the other edge. They're no scrubs. All right, so you're going to verify.
It is Miles Jack.
All right.
Come on up. We got my man in Cool in the Parade. We're going to go ahead and hook him up right here.
Woo! $10 off. You enjoy those wings.
We got another one here. We're going to do a 10% off your purchase here at MidwestBestBBQ.
He got these though.
I want somebody to let me know without using Google who the leading receiver is for the Jaguars. Say that?
Hold on, when you say leading, what do you mean, yards or what?
And receiving yards. That is not it.
Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones, our old friend Marvin Jones. Come on, my guy. We'll bring you up here. We'll get you your 10% off.
There you go.
Last from the past. 10% off right there.
We miss Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones.
Got Jamar Chase now, so we good.
He said we got Jamar Chase now, so we good.
All right, hold on, let's go.
You got another one for us now?
I did have one I wrote down. Let's see.
We should have Mr. Butch Hapson joining us pretty soon here. Not sure how the audio is gonna work out, but we're gonna try to make something work here.
I feel like if I muted. But see, it's crazy though. Some people saying like, yeah, they hear everything we saying.
People in the comments, let us know how the audio sounds.
They said my mic was funny, but then I switched.
They said to use this one, right?
I feel like it's the distance. Well, you're muted right now.
Yeah, I muted this one because they said they only show one camera.
This is hold on. Oh yeah.
Okay, there's Jeff Hobson, who just popped in. Hold on, you want to switch to this one? I think this mic might be closer to setup here.
But now you're gonna need a speaker to come over there.
Yeah,
And then you're gonna put the mic to that. If you don't got an inline.
we got, we're gonna have to use this one right here.
You want me to plug this back up?
So,
Yeah, we need
so we're gonna have in a second. We're gonna have Mr. Jeff Bush Hobson, big time Bengals man, a big time goat. We need to make sure our audio is straight though on the internet. And here, I feel like we're good. Are we good, people?
Yeah.
All right. So we're giving out some coupons. We're giving out some good stuff. Kevin Huber just walks in, just comes on in and says, "Hey, give me some barbecue sauce." When you go home, you're like, I saw the guy for the Bengals, and they're gonna be like, "Well, what was he doing?" I mean, he was getting barbecue. It was in Midwest. He wasn't playing football. No, he was just eating chicken. Well, they said, "Yeah, he was there. I saw him." No lie. So go tell your friends, like this guy was here.
Oh, so you're gonna put it, you're gonna line it up right there?
But yeah, give me a second. I think tomorrow, though, one of the things that's going to happen is we need everybody to be super, super loud, I think, in this game, more than ever, because without Jesse Bates on the back end, there's going to be some communication stuff that I think could be reared its ugly head. I don't know if you play fantasy football, but Marvin Jones is still a monster. And he goes deep in the game 3-4 times a game. He's going to get about 8 to 10 targets each game. He's going to go deep, and you better have a safety back there that can stop him. We remember Marvin Jones.
Did she hook up to the TV?
So I think it's really important that we keep it super loud. Make sure that they can't. I don't want Trevor like auto-going into stuff, checking stuff before the play. I think it's really important that we use that crowd in our favor. I'll be in section, I think, 154. So I don't know if you guys knew this. So there's a lot of out-of-towners, such as me and Ace. The Bengals collaborated with us. We got a lot of guys like James Rapine, Jake Lisco, Malik Wright, Yaz. Who am I missing? I feel like I'm missing someone. Some of the people that you guys might follow from all the Bengals stuff, we're all in town. We're kind of promoting the game in that sense, working with the Bengals in that regard. So in that section 154, if you guys want to come over, take a picture, anything like that, you want to take a picture with me, I'd rather take a picture with you. I'm just that type of guy. I just want to fill up my photo album with all types of Bengals pictures and then show them to everybody I know and say, I really did that. But that's the main reason I think you're going to see a bigger turnout than normal. Because there are a lot of people from out of town that are going to come to the game. So I'm really excited about that. In a second, like I said, we're going to have Bengals writer, Jeff Bush Hobson. Later on the show, we do have a couple guests. I hope the audio is clean here. Because at 9:30. Hello. Yep. Testing. We're live in here. But yeah, I think I've got a couple special other guests, I think, that are going to try to remote in. One is Guys, stick around. That'd be awesome. In the meantime, we're all got an orange shirt. Gray's got on one right now. He's got on one right now. That's my one cool design that I created. It's on ZimHouday.com. I'm doing a free promo. It's called Zim Ship. And I think it's a really, really cool design, and a lot of people gravitated to it. So make sure you check that out. He's got them on. There's a lot of different variations. That's what I had gave Kevin on his way out.
I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna let him show his video, but we'll mute everything. I think as long as it's hooking up that, they'll be able to hear him talk through our phone. And then, yeah.
So we're gonna try something. We're gonna get creative.
Hey, you gonna put it on speaker?
Yeah, that's right.
He about to put his on speakerphone.
Hey, since we're having audio issues, is it okay if we do it over the phone instead?
We're gonna have that video. I'm gonna show Jeff Hobson on the video, but I'm gonna mute his sound.
All right, sounds good.
And when he does that, what we're gonna
that's
audio
fine. All right.
from his phone.
Okay, sounds good. Give me 1 second.
What this one? Oh.
Yep, that sounds good. Yeah, we'll put you on speaker.
Oh, instead of the TV.
Yeah.
Put it straight to that.
Yeah, you could.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
Like if you set the phone.
I'm gonna know immediately.
Pretty good. Hold on 1 second. Let me just test this.
I'm saying you can try it.
Speaking to that.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Eating barbecue sauce. Sauce. What's your favorite wing here? G-Funk wing? You ever ate it before? Really? You're in for a treat.
All right, Hobbs.
Look, I get rib chips in these. No lie.
Say something, Hobbs. Yeah, we can hear you. How you doing tonight, Jeff? Pretty good. Zim, you got any words or questions for our man, Jeff Hobson?
Jeff, how are you doing tonight? How do you feel about this game tomorrow night, Thursday night? Primetime football in the Burrow era, not the dog era, the Burrow era. How do you feel about that, Mr. Hobson?
I hope he throws 15 tomorrow night.
If he goes 15 in a losing effort, how do you feel?
The fewer the passes, the more likely to win.
I said that. You sound like my soul in the offseason. But there's another part to that, Mr. Hobson. There is another part that says if you don't throw the football to the guys that you drafted that high, you won't put up enough yards and you won't be able to score with you. What do you say to that guy?
As long as you keep the man upright, that's fine. They're paying all the franchise quarterback. So you better be damn sure you can protect the franchise quarterback. You're going to throw the ball all over the line.
Mr. Hobson, we are coming off of a game where the Bengals has given up 0 sacks and 1 pressure. Do you think that will bode well for the rest of the season? Obviously, you said that you want them to protect the quarterback, but do you think that this offensive line has turned a corner?
I think it's you gotta remember that the Steelers had 3/4 of their starting lineup, including TJ Watt. So, they didn't have Stephon Jordan. They didn't have their linebacker Iceberg. Yeah, I think it's definitely is right pressure. No doubt about it. And I like your style of ball. I like your style side of the ball. It's this division, you know, efficient offense and stringy defense, and you know, a top league.
You talked about the quarterbacks in this game. What are your thoughts about Trevor Lawrence?
I don't know much about him. I look at the statistics, and from what I understand, he's got 7 interceptions. He's got the fourth pass rating in the league, except for that. From what I understand, from what I hear in Jacksonville, he's kind of having trouble with the deep zone. He hasn't been very patient, as you would expect of what he be. You know, he's been trying to maybe fight that deep zone. So we'll see if he's learned his lesson from the first 3 games and see if he's done from here and simply takes what they do.
So you also talked about, you had an article on Bengals.com about Jackson Carman. How do you feel about Jackson Carman after that first performance?
I think everybody feels great. I think he was very intelligent. You know, if you go out to Football Focus, I think everybody does, right? You know, 22 passes, that's individual pressure. You know, they ran the ball for 5 yards and better. I like that. I think that's, I think Jackson Carman is improved. He's taking steps day by day, and I said, don't worry, and that's all they do, and he's a hell of a player. One of the guys he was over a couple of times, a great defensive end. He had
Speaking of Jackson Carman, I wanted to ask you, what do you feel like right now as far as Jackson Carman goes for this line? If you're there and you're Pollard, let's say Xavier Stubenfield was healthy this week, do you revert back to the veterans, or do you go back to your previous second round pick and say, let's go and get it right now and we don't have time for it?
That's a great question. I think the reason they want this whole field was game, or because they knew they were going to get They're two veteran guys, two reliable guys, and they're going to do it, and they're going to remember their assignment and what they have to do, and they weren't going to get thrown ill with a misassignment, you know. But I think as the young guys get older, you have to know clearly how to not be scared. Our physical strength, who, you know, they're better than what they got, but they don't have the experience. So at some point, you have to come to a point where you feel more confident in what the physical guys, what they're doing with their execution. And I think, you know, a couple more games like that, like Carter, he's probably the guy.
I agree. Ace, I think you want to ask him something.
Well, Hobbs, you've been on the show a couple of times, and I remember after one of the biggest shows that we had, the Civil War, we were both Team Command. I've converted to Team Chase. Are you Team Chase now?
I can't do the Chief Ball I just can't do it myself. I wrote this, I wrote this the other day. Everybody was talking about that the offensive lineman is rarer. The offensive lineman is rarer than 6-foot wide receiver. But I think what we also said was even rarer is to have a wide receiver teamed up with your quarterback in college for national championship and throw 20 touchdown passes. That's pretty rare, and you can see the chemistry. Like that Brian Callahan said yesterday, the offensive coordinator, this is their third year together. They're in year 3 together, not year 1. And that was clearly the case on enough guys in Pittsburgh because, you know, this is their first year together. They're probably doesn't have but Chase knows Marlon knows Chase, he knows his body language. Chase came back and said, I can beat this guy like this. And Marlon just laid it out there, because he knows Chase is no kid. So that doesn't happen if they're both workers and playing together for the first time.
No, that's facts. That's facts, Mr. Hobson. So one thing that I want to ask you about is, who had the Bengals potentially being 3-1 after tomorrow? And if they do, in fact, beat the Jaguars and start off 3-1, what do you think is the limit for this team?
I always say, look at the schedule. This is the time to schedule. If you look at it, you should beat the Bears. That's one that got away, you know? So there's going to be one that we didn't think they were going to win. That's got away, right? I don't know where that is. Is it in Baltimore? Is it Green Bay? I don't know. They doesn't win those games and say, and if they do that, I think Burrow can steal a couple. I think with this defense, Burrow can steal a couple on the road and allow it to go, you know, in the playoff. I think it's a good deal.
10 wins. You heard it from Mr. Hobson. If they can get off to a good start. Yes, sir.
Okay, say exactly. I don't know. It's 3-1. They got to beat Detroit, right?
Yeah.
That's 4. They got to beat the Jets, right? That's 5, right? They ought to be Denver, right? That's 6. The Chargers here, you know, I don't know. I think the other piece of Steelers here. So we're at 8, right? Yeah, we are with Cleveland. That's 7, right? 5-0. I don't show. All I'm telling you is I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's crazy. It's you know, they got to show up like that. I don't think it's crazy.
Baltimore is vulnerable this year too with the injuries.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what's going to happen? You know, maybe sluggish ball. I don't know. But what we're talking about now, they're going to be going together in 2 weeks just because of what I'm saying. Injured. The whole is funny nights. So, you know, you got to keep knocking on wood.
Right. I think what you're saying too is not crazy, especially if they start out 3-1. It almost would be almost borderline meltdown if they didn't win 9-10 games. If you start out 3-1, I would like to see the numbers on that, what history says about it, because you pretty much have to have a catastrophe happen to end up lower than that. Like, are you saying that them winning 10 wins is more based on the team itself that you're seeing, or more so the start that you're seeing, and it just be so hard for them to mess it up?
No, I mean, I said that at the beginning of the year. I said that at the beginning of the year. They all just looking at the schedule. You know, because you know when you look at it, they're only going to be 21. You know, and I think too, you know, it's looking at the kind of team that they're evolving into. You know, that defense is legitimate. It's a legitimate defense, and when you get a legitimate defense, there are games that you win on the road. You know, we saw it in the Boston Green era. When they fell on offense, where the defense was safe, you know, and you know, we had a couple of games.
Right. Do you have any? I just want to ask you one thing because you've been really great with your time. Although I do want you to say Jamar one time. I do look forward to every chance I get when you do say Jamar. Can I get one Jamar? Okay, Jamar, I hear it. Jamar, I like it. But the one thing I was going to ask you is, coming up this season, what are your expectations? I guess. Let me ask something better. Have you ever been to Midwest Barbecue?
I
I'm gonna tell you about this place. We're in Loveland right now, right? If you get a chance, Jeff, I'm gonna make sure I hook you up. They got a little bit of everything for you over here. And if you're on a diet like myself, I'm gonna limit what I do. See, I haven't eaten yet, but trust me, I'm gonna go easy on it.
Can I say something about July and the concept for Isaac Curtis?
Right, go ahead.
Isaac Curtis, greatest Bengals receiver of all time, with all due respect. To my man, A.J. Green. Well, I think the second best greatest receiver of all time. H.L. Johnson. Well, I think it's Shell. I don't know. Isaac Curtis, though, you know, as great of a start as Chase has had, he's had a great start. Remember this. When he was a rookie, Isaac Curtis caught a 77-yard touchdown pass, a 70-yard touchdown pass, and a 60-yard touchdown pass. So I'm waiting for July. I'm waiting for July to get a run of those starts.
But how long did it take? How long did it take Curtis to do that? He didn't do that in 3 games.
No, you're exactly right. That's why Curtis was talking about how great it was to see Carl and Chase together, because it took him a month to get warmed up. It took him a month to get going. Chase is right out of the box. But all I'm saying is, Curtis's first touchdown pass was a 60, a second touchdown pass was a 50. So it took him to the 4 games or other games, and then by the 14th game, it's not even played. He had 9 touchdowns, 5 of them were in the last 2 games, because he had took the pass to get warmed up. Chase and Carter were already warmed up.
Right. Mr. Osborne, we are very, very happy to have you on here tonight. We appreciate you always supporting us and making sure you check in with your guys. Do you have a score prediction tomorrow night, or are you like me, super superstitious? You don't even really throw out numbers like that. What do you feel like? Tell me who wins. How about that?
Yeah, you know, I get a little bit crazy. I get a little bit crazy about that because it's the league. Let's face it, there's been time for the Bengals has been winless in a one place, in one place, where nobody's getting them a shot, you know, and they won. You've been there. You guys know the league. You follow the team. A game like this makes your own voice. You know? So all I know is this. I'm glad we get here. The Jaguars never sold whatever they did. They don't even know who they're thinking about it. We know what they're doing. So, like I said, I'm a little bit crazy about making a radio because, you know, it's the NFL, man. I hate to say it, but, you know, it's nice being at home on a Thursday night. Take a look at the records of the Rolling Team Thursday night games. And I said it's a better record.
All right, Hobson, we appreciate you coming by. Thank you for being so gracious with your time, and we look forward to reading more articles from you on Bengals.com.
Guys, I appreciate it. Keep up the good work. You guys do a great job. Can't wait to be on with you again.
All right, thank you, sir.
Bye, guys.
Take it easy.
All right, guys. That was Jeff Hobson. Give it up for Jeff Hobson. Really extraordinary guys. Really met some people. That's who was in the background. We know some people at the Hobson household, so that was pretty cool too. I was trying to take my. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right. But now that we got that, we just got past that segment. I want to know, what do you guys got to tell me? This is only, I'm eating here probably 2 or 3 times now, Tim, I think. As far as like, he shipped your food because it's so good, right? You got to tell me, what are your go-to items that you want to go to? Like, what is something that I have to have? But see, I'm already eating cheese balls though. Like, they already got my batch ready for me to go. We got anything like that? That's the brisket. All right, we're gonna go brisket. All right. So with that said, we need to get back to some prizes. All right. So coming up, I'm gonna have a trivia question that's gonna knock your socks off, and that's gonna be the one that's gonna be for the free ticket for the game tomorrow. I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna also I got a whole lot of orange shirts that I'm gonna give out too. So people here know that this is no joke. This is a quality shirt here we're giving out. I'm gonna give out a couple of them. You guys are so beautiful and wonderful. What do you want to say? Let me give you my chart. Appreciate everybody online too, sticking with us. I know the audio isn't perfect online and here it sounds really crispy, so it's unfortunate. But we do appreciate you guys rocking with us. As always, make sure you go to newstrikecity.com. Make sure you go to zenhuday.com, subscribe to our YouTube. And if you're in Loveland, Ohio, if you're in Cincinnati, Ohio, if you're in Kentucky, please make sure you go to Midwest Barbecue Creamery at all costs. Every time you touch down, when you get off the plane and tell the bar, give me all. I need to get the Midwest. Bro, nuh-uh. All right, this one right here, we're going to give out, I hope I got your size. We're going to give out the first whole lot of orange shirt. This one is I think it's a pretty good one. If I see you pull out your phone, I'm looking at everybody. I'm not, you're automatically disqualified. And you gotta throw your hand up first. You can't just blurt it out. All right. This is for all the marbles. Let the pressure set in. Here we go. Who is the Bengals' all-time leading scorer? His hand on the verse. It was that easy. All right. XL. You're an L. I can't. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's get some brisket in this guy over there. Come on up. What's up with that sweet tea? Let me get some of that sweet tea and that lemonade. Mix me up, baby. Mix me up. Give me something nice and cold. Yeah, I'm about to say, after that right there, I'm actually furious that y'all just like 4 people just threw their hands up that fast. I'm about to give y'all something so crazy. I might be like, what size shoe does Kevin Hubert wear when he was in the 4th grade? I'm gonna because I don't think I'm a crazy girl. I'm not gonna eat my chocolate. Hey, what's up, Captain? Come on, get yours up. Come on up.
How you doing, bro?
Check out this drip.
Oh, that's a fire shirt.
We trying.
What's going on, man?
Life is good. We're about to beat the Jags. 37-13. Confidence.
I like that. I love the confidence there. One thing that I want to ask this question real quick.
I get one trivia.
One quick trivia question. For consecutive games won for the Bengals, which team has the leading amount of consecutive home games won? Yeah.
You put your hand down.
No. It's a particular year. It's a season for the Bengals. So it's a specific team. 2015, no. That's why we asked it.
I got my man really.
No. Really? No. No.
Hold on. What are we giving out for this? This is cute. This is gonna be a. Because I just gave her a shirt, so this is gonna be $5 off.
All right, here. Oh, 9? No.
Y'all just saying anything now.
Sorrel.
76.
18, nope. Nope, not 2008. Out there, Mr. Captain. Nope. Somebody said 13. Nope, not 05.
I got a guy.
It's close. Somebody has said something. Nope. So the question is, for consecutive home games won, which Bengals team holds the record for the most consecutive home games won?
2005?
Nope.
Somebody say 20.
2011.
Close. Thank you. Yes, 2012 with 11 consecutive home games won. Everyone kept saying 2013.
Step on up. Who's in it? Step on up. Hey, what's up? What's up, my guy? Hey, this cheating though. Hold on. This guy right here works for a leading analytical statistical. That's my boy. Nah, hey, hold on. Hey, don't cash out over there. Don't get something now. Don't be. Come on, you gonna go to the gym tomorrow? Yeah, we gotta swap. No, why we got you here? Bengals captain. This is the guy that's always on TV, always leading the crowd, leading the pack, leading everybody to victory on Sunday, and in this case on Thursday night. What are your expectations for Thursday night? Is it going to be rocking tomorrow night at PBS?
We are going to set a Paul Brown Stadium record for decibel level. Let's hear it. At least by 1. We are going to be the loudest crowd in the entire league Thursday night. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're good. 37-13. 37-13.
See, he's not like me. I'm like super superstitious. I'm like 37-13.
Oh, yeah. Because Burrow said that they're going to run plays they have not run.
Okay.
They're going to start.
When do you say that? When do you say that?
The interview. Yeah, 2 days ago. Yeah.
They're gonna open it up.
Oh yeah. No more second 9 runs.
You don't enjoy those?
I do not. I'm a supporter of this team, and I cringe.
I got a question. I always see you on TV, right? And every single game, right? Which is cool. What is something that will make you sit down at a Thursday night football game? If you can think of anything that would, if you go out there tomorrow night, what will piss you off to the point that you will sit down for a second? Do you even sit down?
Oh yeah.
Not right now, like at a game.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen you sit down. This is the first time I've seen you sit down.
Oh yeah, I sit down.
You're a good sitter.
Like, wait a minute. What? Somebody got me? Is this like?
No, you're sitting. You're sitting well. I didn't know you could sit like this.
So, 3 now. 3 now.
Okay.
There are quite a few times where I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go. This is it. We're going to answer. And it's 3 and out. And I'm like, mother. And because cameras, we sit second row. That's the only reason. I'm in a neon suit and cameras are rolling. That's the second row. That's the only reason I'm on TV. But I swear. Oh, offensive line holding the one time. Somebody, and I'm like, you could almost see the words mouth.
The one last week where Hopkins held was that Hayward on right before the half, and it took away the hard tape throw. Yeah. So Burrow puts it right on the money. It's like 2nd and 9, third and 9. Hits him, and we end up punting. That was a big one. We don't do the door off. He did that in the Bears game too.
Yep.
Hey,
gotta clean him up.
You have any questions for Bengals? Bengals captain has been very generous just to even come and sit down, because I know you just came here. You just happened to be in the area and just was like, what's that smell?
Barbecue.
It must be barbecue on the street. And then we're in here. Surprise.
Barbecue and Bengals, that's a great combo. You talk about Midwest barbecue. What item do you like to order out when you here?
So this first time I've been here, and it was the brisket sandwich combo with a slaw. And
I want to get another one. But we gotta go. I'm serious for sure. I'm going to move to Loveland just because I want to be close to the I'm not even living.
There you go, sir.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Brisket on me.
Brisket, there we go.
Greetings, Captain, everybody. Appreciate you for coming through. All right.
Thank you. Yeah, oh yeah. We're heading down there.
Yep. See you there.
All right.
It's on? No.
No, that one is wrong. So, hold on one second.
I think the audio was so bad. That's at 8:30, though.
Okay.
No. I was. Oh, he can't do the stream, y'all. Nah, let's wait till it gotta be somebody hanging around a little bit. We're gonna do that right before.
We have some more guests coming in around 8:30. We got another surprise guest that we're gonna try to get up here. You may have seen him before on the Orange is the New Black podcast. I won't reveal it just in case, but we do have another guest that we will also possibly be having. And then there's another surprise guest up there as well, right?
Maybe.
Another maybe. It's two.
You never know when you're here with the Orange is the New Black
podcast. So
you never know.
We'll stick around and see what we have there. You guys, I thought you guys were gonna guess me as well, right? Yeah, I know. See, now if we would have did consecutive games, that would have been 2015. It says on Bengals.com. And it is, but we talking about the back.
Isn't that the year we swept the division though? And we swept the division, right? Not like we swept the division with Benson.
It's here. Home game. Season 11. Can you guys hear me in the comments? We're saying that tomorrow we're going to be at the Thursday night football game tomorrow. Section 154 is going to be, can you guys still hear me in the comments? Let me know. But for those listening here at Midwest Best Barbecue, we are going to be at tomorrow's game. We're going to be joined by some other special people there. Malik Wright, also Commissioner Yaz will also be in the building. Joe Goodberry, the biggest Bengals Twitter of them all, will be in that building as well with all of his drip. And then we also have my man James Rapini, my man Jake Lisco. Y'all made fun of me the other day because I said Jake and James Rapini. I didn't mean it like that, but I get the joke. So we're going to have tons of people that will be there. So definitely be sure to come out and support. It's also going to be the Bengals Ring of Honor. They're going to be inducting Anthony Munoz, Ken Riley, Ken Anderson. It's going to be a great event. This is something that we've been waiting for as fans for a while. They're changing the culture. We believe in the culture. We believe in what the Bengals are doing. They came into this offseason with a lot of questions, right? They've hit on everything, it seems, as of now in the draft. Jackson Carman, Jamar Chase, you look at free agency, Trey Hendrickson, you look at Larry Ogunjobi, Cheeto, Mike Hilton, look at this defense. The Bengals are doing some right stuff right now. Media isn't talking about it. The offensive line just gave up 0 sacks and 1 pressure to Pittsburgh. Even if TJ Watt wasn't there, they still had Melvin Ingram. They still had Stephon Tuitt. They still had a lot of guys over there. And so far the Bengals have
I feel like exceeded all expectations. They were just saying, I think a month ago, we were gonna win 5 games this season, right? We were gonna win 5 games, right? If that. And now this team is potentially looking at 3-1 if they take care of business tomorrow. And then they've got some more favorable games. And right now, the AFC North is up for grabs. You got Baltimore that's hurt right now. They got so many injuries. The Steelers are done. Big Ben is cooked. And Arm is done. We knew that, though. We knew that, right? Big Ben is done. The only other team is that other team in Ohio. And I can't wait to play them. I'm not scared of the Browns. We're not scared of Baker Mayfield. We're not scared of any of them. Because we like who knows?
But hey, what about their run game?
What about it? What about our run defense? Nobody's doing anything against us, man. Now, they do have Nick Chubb, they do have Kareem Hunt. I think that we have a defense built to slow those guys down. You're not going to completely stop them, right? That's exactly what we kind of did against Dalvin Cook. I think we can do against them. David Montgomery, we did it against him. We're going to do it tomorrow. So I think we have the recipe to force them to try to pass the ball against us. I don't know if passing the ball is Baker's strong suit, because he likes to pass a lot of interceptions. If you guys have heard me talk about as well. But Zim, what you got to talk about, bro?
What was the first season of the Cincinnati Bengals as a professional team?
68.
Great. You said, I don't know what you, but I gotta do it.
This is good. This is good.
Oh, I got good one. All right, let me get it.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, great. Don't you spend that all in one place, man. Don't get me started. If y'all don't know, y'all want to hear, if y'all want to talk about like AFC North, like like good commentary and just a good conversation piece. Ace does a show called the AFC North Talk Show, and it's on YouTube, and it's crazy because it's the Baltimore Ravens, it's the Browns, it's the Steelers, and they all collaborate and they kind of talk a little bit friendlier than what I did. Because then I debated the Browns guy one day, and it was just like I went all off the rails. Because see, this is like the nice professionals, but then I get on the internet and just be like going crazy on Browns fans and stuff. But I can't help it. Yeah, I mean,
Rams fans are the worst.
I feel like it is long overdue. Somebody's got it. I have one. I got a really good trivia one. I appreciate you guys sticking here this long. Make sure we get you some coupons. So if you do want some more food or something, we got a coupon to get you some more. I got Ace's got one coming off the fire, and I got one right here. Who had just came back from an injury from the 2001 to 2002 season? Excuse me. He was out the whole entire previous season before that. Incorrect. Again, the question is, hold on now. We're gonna have to up the stakes here. This is $10 off here. $10 off for some ribs. Who had just came back from an injury from the 2001-2002 season? He was out the whole entire the previous season. Incorrect, and you didn't raise your hand. Incorrect, Greg. No, but that you're getting close. You're in that. I'm gonna give you a hint. Like you're pretty close. You're in the ballpark. Think around those times, I guess. This is incorrect. This is 2001-2002 season. Came back from a season. He came out. This guy was hurt in practice right. Incorrect.
Levi Jones?
No, not Levi Jones. He was hurt in practice in preseason. Do I have my first one? Yeah. Okay. Incorrect. All right, the correct answer was Darnay Scott.
I wanted to say wide receiver, and then I just thought somebody just would guess it easier. Okay, arguably the worst trade in Bengals history. The Bengals sent Charlie Joyner to the San Diego Chargers for whom? Brooks. Incorrect. Woo! I'm on fire. It's crickets. Again, arguably the worst trade in Bengals history. Now this is going to be a little bit more. This is a little bit more old school. What year was that? I don't know I can't tell you the year. You see what it is? This is somebody. I'm gonna give you some hints. This is somebody that, if you pay attention to, what's our boy? Dave Lapham. This is somebody he swears by. He feels like he's one of the best defensive tackles, I think, of all time. Was he a defensive tackle?
Either that or
edge rusher. Yeah, I know. I'm counting on you to come in so you can go get your free coupon. Yeah, defensive line. Okay, this guy was in. This guy went to 3 Pro Bowls. Okay, again, arguably the worst trade in Bengals history. The Bengals sent Charlie Joyner to San Diego for who? And this guy once had over 20 sacks in one season. Hey. This gotta be like 78, 80, 84, somewhere around there. I wasn't born yet. All right, I'm gonna have to give y'all another one. That was Coy Bacon. Nobody was gonna guess Coy Bacon? I feel like when I talk to like old school Bengals fans, they always like, you don't know Coy Bacon. And I'm like, no, I mean, and then it like forced me to go online and I'm like, oh, okay, that's Coy Bacon now. Yeah, I thought, went to 3 Pro Bowls, 20 sacks in the season? No? Okay. Okay, all right. Who finished the Bengals 2001 season with a 6-10 record? Who was the quarterback in the 2001 season? There we go. John Kentner is the answer. Thank you, you racking up over here.
And can I prove my point about his 2013 and not 2012?
We came over there with smoke.
All right. So,
give me smoke.
So in 2012, if you look at the regular season, and I knew this because we went on we finished at the end of the back half of the season 7-1. Right. Towards the end of the year, we lost to the Dallas Cowboys at home. Okay. And we lost in the playoffs too, so we already know that. Yes, sir. So how could we would have started that streak? The streak would have started from here. But
we're just going by Bengals.com.
But and they can do a little bit of correction because in 2013. You see, you look at the schedule, we went undefeated at home.
Give him another coupon.
I'm not giving her a $10 off one for showing me up there. It's going to be 10%.
So the one in 2012 and then
2013. One chicken.
Two.
I don't know if you said
so. It started in 2012.
Sam, you got anything you want to say about that? Come on, you don't want to say nothing? All right.
No, I didn't want to lose this test across the season.
Okay. I appreciate you. I appreciate this daggone tea, too. Some good tea. Y'all know how to mix it up, right? You know what Arnie Palmer, y'all don't call it Arnold Palmer's out here? Yeah. All right. I said mix it up. Arnold Palmer. She was like, who's Arnold?
It was one of the young girls.
Oh, all right. I'm like, you know Arnie? I went to school with him.
Like, is he dead?
All right, let's go. We got our next guest coming on in probably about 1 minute. I don't know how it's going. He's got the link though. Yeah, I do. Just call him. All right.
So if you guys didn't know, let me check with them first, but I think this is a guy that loves Dragon Ball Z. Mike Daniels, that's right. Mike Daniels, we got him sliding through here, so we're gonna go ahead and get him on the line here. Mike Daniels, great friend of the show. I think I can say it. I think we all can say he brought a different mentality to this football team, especially the Steelers week, Squillers week, as we call it. The Monday night football game against them was one that went down in history, especially with Ryan Finley, especially with everything that happened. And he had the memorable celebration after the game on Instagram, smoking on that Squealers pack in the fourth. And that Steelers pack is still in the air, especially after we just pulled off that victory. So we're gonna try to get Mike Daniels in here. And then we may have a potential additional special guest. We just gotta see. He's on West Coast time, so that's a hint there. So we'll try to see if we can get him in as well.
All right, bet. I'm about to do it.
All right, so we're about to get him queued up right now. We're gonna go ahead and get him in here.
I know. I want to make sure. Mike, what's up?
I can't wait to get some of these brisket fries, man.
Yeah, the audio was like kind of funny there, so what we're doing is just put it on speakerphone and then we'll just let this mic play through. So they're not gonna see your video, but they're gonna hear your voice. Okay. Is that cool?
That's good.
All right, here we go.
And we got the Aces M combo coming. It's the brisket fries with the G-Funk wings. So please be sure to check that out. We got that coming to you very soon.
All right, people. I got somebody that's very, very special. I don't know what just happened to him just now. It's very, very special, I think, to the Bengals community, or we've embraced them. I want to make sure I got the movie. All right. This is none other than Mike Daniels. Mike, say something to the people. We got some people that's been staying strong in here tonight. We've been in here for almost about an hour and a half or so. Mike, how you feeling about Thursday night tomorrow?
I feel really tomorrow, man. It's like Christmas.
All right. One thing I wanted to tell people, or just catch up with you or whatever, this has been a crazy off season for everybody. I've been seeing you doing so much stuff, working with the team, doing what I know that only Mike Daniels would do. But just tell people, like, what are you up to right now? What are you getting ready for, or what are you preparing for, like, at this moment right now?
At this moment, I'm preparing for my time to bring everything out there with the field and contribute to this win. And right now, we get my defense in the league. Just in time to be ahead of that. Joe Burrow and the offense is going crazy, man. Like, I'm just to get back out there and really physically out there with the guys. But as of now, I'm definitely doing everything I can to make sure I contribute to getting the guys ready for the game and the offense and getting the defensive guys going.
I see you helping out a lot of guys, right? And for me, I'm just sitting there on the outside looking at it and saying, why is Mike Daniels helping out all these defensive linemen that are trying to take his spot? Mike, why are you such a great human being like that? Why are you helping out all these defensive linemen that are trying to take your spot?
It's about really being a blessing that God blessed me with, man. It's bigger than football. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than the spot. It's about helping the next thing, man. And this was just an opportunity to help guys get better, to reach their regular potential. I'm sharing my private technique with them, man. You can always see guys get better. I want to see guys be the best that they can be.
Right. I got my man Ace here. You remember Ace? He's here live. We're at Midwest Barbecue. He also had some questions he want to ask you too, Mike.
Yeah, you said that we said barbecue. Yes, we said barbecue. Yes, sir. Our sponsor, Midwest Best Barbecue, the best barbecue in the natty, the best spot here. They got brisket fries.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the first question I gotta ask you is, how is that Steelers pack head? No, that's facts. That's facts. So looking at the Jags from your perspective, obviously you're a veteran, obviously you're super smart defensively. What are some ways, without giving out a game plan or anything like that, just the mindset and the mentality that this Bengals defense needs to have against that offense?
Discipline, just like every week. The mentality of discipline, you are supposed to be do your job, and we will love the results. Absolutely. We have a young rookie quarterback in there, two really good backs, and a great offensive line, some good receivers, man. So everybody has to do their job, do their supposed to be. We will love the results.
You spoke about changing the culture last year, how you came in and guys like Ron Bell, they looked at teams like the Steelers or just teams that have been good in the past, and you weren't really scared about them. What has the mentality been this season in building on what you guys established last season?
Mentality is exactly the same, and that showed last week. We're here to compete, we're here to win, we're here to play. We're not here to be anybody's little brother. We're not here to be the friend. We're here to really show that we have great pursuit. We can get the job done as well. And that's what's been being demonstrated every Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Mike, I know a lot of teams probably are contacting you right now. What, like, for me, I know what you got. I know what you can do. I know that you're a force out there on the field. What drives you, I guess, to just, not take, are you taking those calls? Because the people, we want to see you on the field, like ASAP.
Those are one of those ask my agent kind of question. Obviously, it is there. We all know that. But you have to ask him about that. I'm not going to go into further detail, but just know this is where I want to be. I want to be out here in the jungle, getting busy with my brothers. I'm looking forward to when that day comes back around.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you kind of even getting that information out. But like I said, I know that you got a lot out there, and I can't wait till you go out there and destroy some people. Because we're having like some audio issues, I really want people to see you like straight up on the video. We're gonna have to like do this. We're gonna have to do like another one coming out really, really soon. I really want the people to like see the ferocity in your eyes and stuff. Do you have any last words that you want to tell the people to get ready for tomorrow night? Because I know you'll be on the sideline, right?
Oh, I'll definitely be there. I'll definitely be there, man. I've been in all the games, man, and I'll tell you, to be excited, the team is definitely giving everything they have. The different kind of professionalism in the building, man. And I just love the fact that the guys are rolling, man. Rolling. 21, hopefully to be 3-0, but that's okay, man. Learn from mistakes and keep it going. Enjoy the game, everybody. Enjoy the game. And hey, we're really amazing. We're the best.
Yes, sir. Mike, you're a tremendous teammate. I consider you a friend. You're my dog, and I can't wait for you to come up and explode on the field soon, man. Go ahead, bro.
I appreciate everything, man. Slim, everybody, barbecue spot, love y'all, man. I appreciate it.
When you want to come up here? We over here with my boy Tim over here, Midwest Barbecue. We're going to roll out the red carpet for you. What you want to eat? I got the food for you, ready to go. What do you want to do? When you want to come up here? I'm about to see your picture of me right now. All right, man. Love you. Talk to you soon. All right, that was Mike Daniels, people. I think for me, I want y'all to like. We're gonna do this. We're gonna have to pull up over here and get it. And I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna come a little earlier next time. I'm gonna make sure I got some stuff straight on my end. And I think one thing about Mike Daniels, I want y'all to see like when he talks. And like the charisma and everything, just the sonic rays shooting out of his eyeballs and stuff. So
I think it doesn't really do him justice sometimes on that call right there. I needed to be clear and crispy, and I want y'all to see that. But I really appreciate Mike Daniels calling in because that's a warrior, and he's going to make sure behind the scenes, guys like Trey Waynes, Renell Wren, Xavier Suafilo, like him and my boy Jay been training with him, them guys like every day. These are guys that are coming for a spot. He trains with them like every single day, gives them all types of technique issues, all different types of stuff like that. And now flash forward to Thursday night, we got Trey Waynes, our starting quarterback, finally ready to play. And Mike Daniels and his guy, like they kind of went out of their way to make sure that they trained him a little bit more so that we get in that bind like we are on Thursday night. We don't have any Cheeto coming out there because he's now listed as doubtful, probably won't play. You don't really have a start corner, so Trey Waynes is going to make his debut against Marvin Jones. Are you worried about that?
Nah, I'm not worried about that, man. This is the reason why. I think Trey Waynes is a solid corner. I'm not sitting here saying that he's, a Revis or Sherman or anything like that. But I think he's a very solid corner. I think that he's going to fit this game very well. And I don't want to talk down about any players, but there have been some missed tackles on the boundary. And I think that Trey Waynes is going to be a guy that's going to solidify that. And we're going to depend on him heavily, especially in this game, especially with Cheeto out. We're going to heavily depend on Trey Waynes. So I would love to see him out there. Hopefully he has a solid game. Obviously, Marvin Jones did use to play for the Who Day, but they're going to have to keep him in check, and hopefully we can have Von Bell have some support back there and make him realize that leaving the Bengals was a mistake because, hey, he went to Jacksonville and Detroit. I don't know if that was a good career choice. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. So I think that Trey Waynes will be a solid addition for this team. I am worried about Jesse Bates not being there, but I believe that they have someone capable in Brandon Wilson coming in there. This would have been the perfect game for Ricardo Allen, but obviously he went on IR early in the game. So I think that they still will be able to hold this one down and come out here and handle business. And the thing that I like about Mike Daniels is, even though I'm talking about the Steelers, you guys heard it, he's already thinking about the Jaguars. And that's where the mindset that this team needs to be at. It was all business. As soon as they beat the Steelers last week, they didn't even show any emotion walking off the field. It was this is just another team. So I think if they can continue to do that and take it week by week and take each opponent separately and seriously, I think that is the focus that they need to have. Yes, this is an 0-3 Jags team, but you can't take them lightly because they do have Trevor Lawrence at quarterback. They do have some weapons in James Robinson. They do have a weapon in Marvin Jones. This is a team that's probably wanting to get a win just as bad as the Bengals are coming into this game, especially on national TV. Nobody wants to be embarrassed on national TV. So I love the mindset of where they're at right now. They're not even looking past this team. They're looking to go ahead and get as many wins as they can get right now.
People buying the Ace and
Oh, they already buying the Ace and Zim basket. Let's get it. Zim just showed me his Instagram. People are already buying Ace and Zim baskets. One thing that I do want to say is we want to thank our man Tim for believing in this podcast, bringing us in, believing in the brand, and putting this together for all of you great fans. So Tim, we truly appreciate you, bro, more than you know. And we will definitely be back. And like Zim said, we will definitely make sure that any mishaps don't happen next time. We can't predict the future, but we'll be sure to make sure that we do give you guys some quality stuff that matches the quality of the food and the service that you guys get at Midwest Best Barbecue.
The mic in here is nice, man. I like the way I sound. We got some music. We can do karaoke. We can go up now. We can go karaoke in here now. You give me a couple songs. I got about 3 or 4 good R&B classics in here.
You know I got some beats.
You got some? Oh yeah. We got to work on some intro music then.
Yeah.
What's up?
I didn't want to bug. See, when you got friends, you don't bug them about stuff like that.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
want you to be annoyed.
Look at my man, Chris.
What's up with
That's my boy Chris Barber to all the stars. This is actually, if y'all ever caught, we interviewed AJ Green, and yeah, come on over here, Chris. We interviewed AJ Green one time, and it was probably like a big breakthrough. I felt like that was like one of the moments where people were like, "Yeah, you know what? You guys are really for the culture," but it took you got to get in some people's eyes and stuff, right? But Chris
was the main, catalyst in that. And they put me on the phone with AJ. And ever since then, I've been really, really cool with AJ. Great guy, just like you told me you would be. And to this day, I always tell everybody when you come to Cincy, make sure you get your hair cut with a 5-star barber. Not just because you put me on AJ. He lined me up just now too earlier today too, so I'm really happy about that. That's a nice shirt you got on here.
Oh yes, sir.
So this is one of my shirt designs too. I make a clothing line. It's called Burrow Babies. This is Burrow Babies Season 2. This is all the players on the team right now. You can get this on ZenBoudet.com. I got a couple of shirts in the back too. We got Joe, we got Jamar, we got Boyd. But the way I present it, I feel like it's not just football. I'm presenting it to the people like on some rock star stuff. You can be cool, like Chris, and just walk in. You go to the club with that. You can go to the game Thursday night with that. Chris, how do you feel about it? The part I left out. Chris is like one of the biggest Bengals fans I've ever met too. So talk to me. How do you feel about Thursday night, Chris?
I'm feeling really good, man. I'm feeling really good. I think everybody's feeling good while we're all here and while we're all going to be down there tomorrow. Bright, nice and early. But no, I'm feeling really good. I think they can, definitely pull off the win against Jacksonville tomorrow night and just keep it rolling from there. Schedule, after Green Bay and Baltimore, the schedule gets a lot easier after that. And if they can run off a few and, grab a wild card or even surprise everybody and get the division, and, that'll be awesome, man. But I think that we're all riding this positive streak right now because, these guys are definitely looking better than a lot of people thought they would.
Did you think that you were going to walk in here and just jump right onto a microphone?
No, I was trying to get some barbecue, so I'm
Well, Chris, we appreciate you. I actually have a coupon for you. Oh, it's over here. I have something for you. So this will aid you with your barbecue and your brisket desires. It's a G-Phone grill.
So you can tell everybody.
Tell everybody about that. Where are you located at, Chris? Where's your shop at?
I'm in Sharonville. I'm on Chester Road, 11561 Chester Road, right up the street from Princeton High School, in the Tri-County area. So, I'm appointment only, but you can get at me on Instagram, Cincinnati's 5-Star Barber, or, message these guys or message me, and we'll get it set up. You want to come and see me.
Right. Everybody, anybody, all types of hair. Women, men. I've seen them cut out everybody's hair, actually. It's really good. So yeah, if you guys want to get in touch with them, we need a new barber or whatever, hit me up, DM me, and I'll make sure I put you on with them. Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate you. Make sure they see that shirt too. All right, we're gonna do a couple more quick trivia questions because we get down to the end of this. Like I said, we might have one more special guest that I think is going to try to call in. I think he had to get like a massage or something like that. So you just never know how long those massages are going to last. But we have, you want to go to trivia? I feel like the last trivia ones that I gave y'all, I felt like they were too tough.
You gotta give it something. Yeah,
all right. Because I gave my boy right there, don't let me forget too, I got your large. Yeah, I was like, I'm sitting around. I want to give it to you just now, but I was like, I don't want to leave him hanging, just sit right there. I'm like trying to sort it out. All right, so I got some shirts in the back. Anybody wants a Burrow Baby shirt, I got you. You got a question? What you want to do? Oh, I thought you were saying what's up. You darn cute. I'm gonna actually at the game too, I'm gonna give a couple away, but I actually just went. This is another thing. I make my shirts and Ace. We made a effort to do this. I was printing. I live in DC. I was printing there, but I said, all these people have been so good to me. Everybody been so, like showing so much love. I need to print directly in Cincy. So on my way over here, I went to the shop where the guy prints all our stuff. So if anybody is here, they'll tell you, like, if they order something, you get it probably like a day or two. Because we ship right out, and I love those guys too. My guys over there. If y'all ever seen LFG Cincy, they do a brand here too. He's got another business too that he really, really loves too. That's OTO. And they print, ship everything directly out of Cincy. So I feel like it's going back. Oh, I got another announcement. Tim, you might not think this is the greatest announcement, but I'm doing a thing on Friday at Fountain Square.
Free Graders ice cream. I'm doing something where I reached out to them. So between 12 and 3, I'm gonna put this coupon code out on Twitter. That's the only way we can figure out how to give it to the people instead of just random people walking in and getting it. But after we beat the Jaguars on Thursday night, anybody you know, family, friends, whatever, is 1 ice cream per person. But on Friday, Fountain Square location, Free Graders ice cream. Then I just said, shoot, people need ice cream.
I'll buy that for $1.
So we're good. That's something that you can just tell everybody. But you probably got here because you see my Twitter and my Instagram anyway. But I'm gonna put the coupon code out there. If you forget or something, just message me and I'll send it to you. But Graders should be putting it on their Twitter and stuff too. So it's not like it's gonna be hard to find. You go in there, you're gonna scan it, free ice cream, no BS. Oh, I thought you had one. What? What out there? Nah, not really. What I was gonna say? I had another trivia question I was gonna give you. These are the ones that are like, this is an easy one because we're getting close to the end of the wire here. So yeah, people, if you're looking at this online, Graders ice cream, yes, on Friday. Yep. 12 to 3. Or it might be 1 to 3. What else was I gonna say? What lanky wide receiver? That's too easy.
Okay. Appreciate it, bro.
Okay, who was the Cincinnati outside linebacker who posted career numbers in 2001? 6 sacks, 173 tackles. No, this is 2001. Greg. Greg, what's another one? Greg is too clutch. Jeez, you about to be here every day in Midwest.
I'm not gonna complain about that.
Right. Make sure you get some of that to the fan too. Like, you're not just eating all that brisket on your own.
That is for me to know. That is for
That's what. Look, I'm gonna tell you how I tell you, look, me and Greg got the same shoes. One day on Twitter, I was like, I think these are like the coolest Bengals shoes of all time. Greg hit me immediately like, where did you get those shoes? And now here we are. And now everybody to this day now be like, yeah, I need those Tiger Stripe shoes or whatever. So I think we have the power to do that. Next year, we're gonna unify everybody. We're all gonna wear the same shoes. I think it's gonna be really dope. All right, what's the next one? The next trivia question we got. So I guess they can hear us online because people are now saying like they can. Oh, they can hear now? You know what I think it was though? I just think it was just so much traffic. So you had all that background noise, coupled with that, then you got a person trying to come, talk to the friend or whatever. But it is what it is. I like that raw stuff. Like, everything doesn't have to be so perfect. Perfect is only in effort. Did you know that? People think that perfection is like some ideal something, whatever, right? My ideal of perfection is all in the effort in itself. If you're trying as hard as you possibly can, that's my idea of perfection. That's what I live by.
That's a wrap for that one. That one's too hard. You would think they had something recent.
Yeah, they ain't gonna get that.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna get that. They go like 1775. The same year Christopher Columbus set his sail on the Ohio River. I'm gonna tell y'all tomorrow too at that tailgate. I don't know what time y'all gonna get there. I feel like me and Ace, what time you gonna get to the tailgate?
I think we're gonna pull up around 3 o'clock.
All right.
Where? Yeah.
So I don't have a car, so I gotta ride with him. So when my dog sent me there at 3 here, all right, he got a trivia.
Before I get this trivia question, where should we pull up? I heard y'all say where. Where's the best place? Longworth? Longworth? We got Longworth then. So you pulling up. Okay, so Bengals Jim is gonna have some Midwest Best Barbecue at his tailgate tomorrow. So definitely be sure to pull up there as well. Let's see. We got another trivia question here. I don't want to stump y'all, and I want to make sure that Bengals.com does not stump me. So let's make sure that we have the right one. All right. Maybe you guys might get this one. Let's see. And this. Okay, so it's last call for the kitchen as well. All right. Okay. So one last one that I have here. We're going to talk about passing attempts. And I'm going to narrow it down so you're not in the 70s, 80s, or anything like that. We're just going to say in the last decade, which season did the Bengals have the most passing attempts?
2020.
No, sir.
2015.
No, sir.
2013.
No, sir. We're running out of numbers now. Nope.
2017.
Nope.
2019.
Yes. Aquila the Great, 2019, the Bengals had 619 passing attempts. Sir. All right. Let me see. Zim just gave away the whole lot of orange Jamar Chase shirt. Super fire. Jamar. Shout out to Hobbs.
If I was famous, I'd sign it or some shit.
All right, so I got one other one here. Net yards passing. I'm gonna say in the last 20 years. We just started counting down the numbers. Which season did the Bengals have the most net passing yards in the last 20 seasons?
2005.
Not 2005.
09.
Not 09.
08.
07.
Not 07.
08.
08, nope. So what I will say is 07 was second.
Yeah.
No one said 09, but it's not on there. 2006? Nope. Nope.
2015.
Nope. That's a little hint. Nope, not 2010. We got any other takers? All right, we just didn't get it here. Remember when you came and said it was 2013? You wanted to say 2013 for all the other ones. This answer was also 2013. They had 4,136 net passing yards. You want to do another one? Sure. All right.
That's funny.
Oh, hold on. You gotta take that off the screen.
All right. Let's see.
I was gonna say that's pretty honest.
Nobody is getting this penalty yardage one, so we're not gonna go with that.
Perfect.
Do y'all think I'm crazy? I bought my son a Burger jersey earlier today. Is that crazy? All right, I just thought I thought it'd be lit. The guy at the store was like, "You really want him to have Burger?" I'm like, "Why not?"
All right, since you guys know your kicker history, let's go back to the field goals. Which season in the past 20 years? Because if I do 10, you guys are just gonna guess it, or if I do 15 or whatever. So we're gonna go in the past 20 years. Which season did they have the most field goals?
Which was the year St. Records were So let's go 2009.
2009? No, sir.
I'm gonna
die on that.
You gonna die on 08?
Die on
It is not 08. It is not 08. 07 was second place, though. I will say that.
2013?
Not 2013. Not 2013. This one. Not 2015. 2015 didn't make the list. 04 didn't make the list. 05 made the list, but not 04.
Let's go 13.
You guys are getting close, but it's not 13.
14.
Not 14.
2012.
Getting warmer.
16.
Nope.
2011.
Yes, 2011. Thank you.
Hey!
2011.
You got
The Bengals made 33 field goals.
I see you the whole time, like, man, I made it. That's a good one, too.
You got a trivia question that you would have asked?
Yeah, I want to ask.
Come on.
I'm fully vaccinated, by the way.
Oh, no.
This is all the computer died. Oh, no.
Yeah, it turned off, so
Oh, there you go.
How many years did Andy Dalton play for the Bengals? 9 seasons? In 9 seasons with the Cincinnati Bengals, how many times did he throw for over 400 yards?
Ooh, I like that.
3.
Once. There you go. And you want to know? One time. Do you know when that one time came?
Wasn't the playoff.
What was it?
It was a Thursday night.
No.
For real?
No, you know.
No, the Thursday night, well, AJ Green had 3, but then on the second half, he didn't do nothing.
He threw 4 touchdowns.
The Seahawks game.
What Seahawks game?
2015.
Came back.
What was that?
15 or 16.
Nope.
15.
Nope.
The field goal.
15.
Week 3.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Well, That's what
No,
he's talking
that's
about.
not the one. That's not the one. It is the Seahawks.
The one where AJ was torturing Richard Sherman?
That's the same 2015. That's not it.
That's not it?
It's the Seahawks game.
No, it was like an early Seahawks game. It was like
That's the 2015 game.
Oh,
No, that's not the one. It was 2019, week 1.
What?
He threw for 490.
With John
Yep.
Ross?
Yep.
Oh,
It took him 9 seasons to do that. And only did it once and still lost. But nobody knew that. So that was the two because I wanted to ask.
Nah, we appreciate that.
Great question.
Definitely.
You know that he's not done.
Hey,
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
I got one.
Okay, come on, Brett. Come on up.
Luther.
Greg
You know
Luther is
what?
in the
I'm so
house.
confident nobody will get this. I'll auction off one of my coupons. I'll give someone one of my coupons so they get this right.
Oh,
Okay.
Ray's going. He's doubling down on. He's coming back around on the loop-de-loop.
1998, Bengals had 2 first-round draft picks. Who were they?
Wait, say that again. You said that too fast.
1998, Bengals had 2 first-round picks. Who were they? You gotta raise your hand.
He got it.
Oh, he got it. You back there.
He got it.
Do I get a free haircut if you?
Who was it?
Chris has been a diehard. Me and Chris go way back. Back when people used to make fun of us for supporting the Bengals. So I know he knows all about that.
Actually, it was Takeo first.
Yep. Yes, sir. Takeo first and then Brian Simmons. All right.
Who did we? And we passed up. I think we passed up on Randy.
We passed up on Randy.
I think that was.
But those were still some good linebackers. I will give him that.
Don't Randy Moss in there trying?
Well, you gotta remember that was the year when Mike Dicker was offered the whole.
The whole Mike Dicker offered everything. Don't bring that up, Chris. Don't bring that up. We don't speak about the Dick below area and all of that. We don't talk about that.
I got a question for you too.
Yes, sir.
Will we be able to re-sign all 3 of our wide receivers?
Will we be able to re-sign all 3 of our wide receivers was the question.
Then I'm gonna let you answer.
I wonder that every day.
It's predicated on winning. You know, I hate to use this example, right? Juju went out. You know, like that's the closest comparison I can see. It's very unorthodox to get 3 number 1 type wide receivers on the same team at the same time at that age, because every young player wants to get to that at least that second contract. So that's the dilemma, and that's where your question stems from. But I think there are some examples of players that did come back, but it's kind of predicated on winning. And so if they aren't winning, then no, they wouldn't. Tyler Boyd would be the person that would fall off that first, right? Because he'd go to somewhere else that either he's going to go get a chip or he's going to go somewhere else that, you know. Now we're talking 3 years from now. Okay? We're 3 years in.
They better talk to TJ, what he said about Seattle, and they better talk to Marvin Jones on Jacksonville right now.
Right.
TJ, I think he was.
They always been the green.
They say he shouldn't have went. He should have stayed.
When he was in the off season, I'm gonna let you say it, Tim, too. The goal is to get to that second contract. You want to get off that rookie contract.
Right.
So Tyler Boyd got off that rookie contract, right? So that's the one thing that I keep on saying. Like I think he would. Jamar Chase, if he's going at this rate that he's going at right now, he'll be the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL if he was going at that rate for the next 3 years from now, right? But Tyler Boyd's already got that second contract. And even when he got that second contract, you remember he came to the press conference and said, I just want to get the same deal that Sterling Shepard got at the time that he said it. So I don't think he's like the guy that says, like, I want to be the highest paid, or he's not, you know, whatever. Yeah, he wants fair market. Yeah, exactly. So that's the dilemma. I think you could get that to happen, but if they aren't winning football games, then he's gone, because he's going to go get whoever, you know, what is Richard Sherman signed for earlier today, $2.5 million. Like, you got to go chase the money some type of way, right? But you want to say that thought to the people? Because I know you've been itching to get on this.
No, I'm just.
Come on.
We got to let the owner Tim get on the mic here.
Tim! I was just saying, I think it was on y'all's show, or maybe not. I saw TJ saying the grass isn't always greener. And when he left, I mean, he probably would have extended his career a little longer had he stayed with Chad. Like, you know, sometimes the number 2, you eating because the number 1 is a beast. And then when you go and got to be the number 1 and you getting double, then them numbers come down, which means you either going to get cut or your next contract ain't going to be that much.
Right.
So, I mean, maybe they should think about that. And they playing with Joe Burrow. What you said that from
Hello.
Yeah.
Tell Galladay that
He messed up.
Yeah.
Galladay messed up.
Galladay got to be sitting.
Yeah.
Randy Dimes yelling at him on the sideline, all kind of stuff like that.
He's also 0-3.
He's also 0-3 as well.
He got a bum.
Terrell, what's up, bro? Come on up here, bro. If you guys watch any of the Cincy Jungle stuff that we do, shout out to Cincy Jungle, shout out to all the supporters, shout out to the Orange and Black Insider. This was a guy that I always used to hear come on to that all the time and ask questions. He's also come on Q&As. Terrell, what's going on, bro? How y'all doing?
Yes, sir. I recognize that anywhere.
I have like a 2-part question. Man, Larry Ogunjobi and Jesse Bates, man, they gotta get signed next year. Yeah. And that Jaguars game, this is the time to unleash Chris Evans. In the slide, playing running back, doing everything, like for real. And I just say, man, this has been a good year. I just feel like we finally healthy, we finally playing together. It's like we're playing this little spread zone, the defense playing hard. I just feel like everybody with positivity. And I just want to tell you that, man, your play-by-play last Sunday was amazing. I mean, I'm just trying to tell you, like, for real. Batman and Darren Horde, they anytime they get sick or they retire, you should put your bringing new wave, new culture to the Bengals. You and Yaz, man, y'all doing y'all thing. And I just want to say, who day, man, y'all been the best, man.
Cardi. I see you. Yeah. Mr. Cardi. Yes, sir. We got another one. When do we think that they? I think you have to re-sign Jesse Bates, right? But at this point, since you didn't get ahead of the curve, you potentially risk him wanting to test free agency, right? I feel like it's obvious that Jesse Bates wants to be a Bengal, right? He's from around the area, Indiana. A lot of his family is in that area. The last thing that he wants to do is go somewhere to, like, let's just say New York or something like that, where all of his family members won't be able to come to those games. I think because of that, I think the likelihood of them re-signing Jesse Bates, them knowing how important he is to the locker room, would definitely make him a priority, I think, in the offseason. The issue is his agent going to double down and be like, let's test the market? So I think that the Bengals at the end of the season, I don't think that they'll try to negotiate within the season with him. They've already kind of made that obvious, right? But hopefully we get something where he is able to re-sign here week one. And if they don't lowball him and they don't, you know, for lack of a better word, piss him off and his agent off. So I'm going to say for now, I think that Joe Burrow is going to go into that office in the offseason and be like, we got to have this guy back. Because they asked Joe Burrow in a roundabout way before the season started, how important is Jesse Bates to this team? Everyone in that locker room knows how important he is. And I'm pretty sure tomorrow when we play that game, we will see how important he is. So I do think that the Bengals will reach out to Jesse Bates early because he is a guy I think that they do want to keep in the fold. And hopefully those negotiations go well. As of now, I'm going to say I think that they do try to keep him in Cincinnati. But it always comes down to an agent. And sometimes I'm not going to speak on anybody's business. But at the end of the day, even though we hate them, TJ Watt this offseason got an offer from the Pittsburgh Steelers that his agent didn't like. But TJ Watt went into the office of the owner and said, you know what? I'm going to take this offer because this is what's right for me. And so I think that's what, you know, potentially Jesse Bates, you got to do what's right for you. Because sometimes the grass isn't always greener. As Tim said, that TJ Houshmandzadeh found out, and other guys have found out when they go to these other organizations. All right, we got another one.
I'm just saying, Jesse Bates is a Joe Burrow of that defense.
Jesse Bates, he's saying Jesse Bates is a Joe Burrow of that defense. I completely agree.
Without him, it's not going to run the same.
Facts. Yes, sir.
Out of everybody that is potentially hitting free agency this upcoming season or even next season, who do you think is the most important piece other than Bates to re-sign?
So other than Bates, that will be going into free agency. I would say Larry Ogunjobi. I don't know if BJ Hill is a free agent. I think both of those guys.
They only signed Hill to one.
They only signed Hill to 1-2. I think he's still on his rookie contract or something like that. So I would say both of those guys, honestly, especially in the AFC North. Keeping that. Cheeto is signed for a while. We got him for
the 3.
Yeah, he got a 4-year deal. He got a 4-year deal. But Larry Ogunjobi got a 1-year deal. I think BJ Hill is coming off of his rookie contract. So I think both of those guys definitely need to be prioritized. Trey Wayne. We'll see tomorrow. We will see tomorrow. Any other questions?
Is it safe to say that the combination of Hilton and Cheeto is better than William Jackson alone?
I would say that, me personally, I can't speak for them. I would say that the question that was asked for those that came here at home, is the combination of Cheeto and Mike Hilton better than William Jackson III? I would say, as we stand here in week 3, I would say that it is. I think Cheeto has played very consistent this season. I don't think that he's given up much. I think Mike Hilton has also brought another dimension. They can blitz him. They can do kind of cool things with him. And William Jackson, I will say this. He's in a completely new defense with some new teammates trying to learn. But obviously these guys are as well. But I would say right now, as we see from Pac-Man Jones, Instagram, and everything going out there, William Jones is kind of struggling. I mean, William Jackson is kind of struggling right now. So I would say, as of now, I would say they are worth that because I believe William Jackson, if I'm not mistaken, I think the financials are, both of those guys are what William Jackson contract was. So I think that those dividends definitely have paid off for the Bengals.
All right, that's some good stuff. What I was gonna say, I think, man, we got a big game tomorrow. I'm excited about that. I know what I was gonna say. We need to give out. I have a free ticket for the game tomorrow. Is anybody here that came here that probably didn't have a ticket for the game tomorrow? That's probably thinking like, hey, I need a ticket for the game tomorrow. All right, let's see. All right, let me pull this up.
So we have.
I feel like that's easy. What school did he go to?
That should be.
You think that's good?
We can rock with that one. So we're only gonna let the people that don't have a ticket for the game answer.
No, anybody.
Anybody can answer it? Okay. All right. So for the last question here, what school?
Free ticket to the game here.
Free ticket to the game.
For all the marbles.
For all the marbles. What school did Bengals quarterback Boomer Esiason attend?
College.
Maryland. Yes, it was Maryland. Come up here, my guy. You were going to the Bengals Thursday night football game. Clap it up. Clap it up, everybody.
Hey, my man came out here clean house. Ended up with a whole lot of orange shirt. Got a whole free ticket to the game. Got some brisket, all that. So I gotta do it on my phone, but I'm gonna send it directly to you. You messaged me right before the game anyway. I mean, for the show. So I got you. I'm gonna send it directly to you. You're gonna be a couple rows right behind me. Got you. Cause this is 154, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, you want to do one more? Nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, we're getting to the end of this thing, and we have one more person that's gonna come on. And I think he's still getting his massage. No, it wasn't the shower. This is the thing, man. But I want to just tell everybody, I think it's really healthy that we're having good conversations about stuff. Whether you disagree with who we should have drafted and all that other stuff like that. I think different things like this teach us that, or not even teach us, but just give us examples of like football can like unify people in a lot of different ways, all different walks of life. So I'm really, really grateful for that. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to come out here. And I'm really, really looking forward to having a crazy year. We're going to do some big stuff coming up. I mean, I don't know, they see me at Paul Brown Stadium. I done ran in and I helped them with the design on the jersey, all these different things. Because I was just in my house, sitting in the house looking bored and at one time, and then I was frustrated, like, dang, I want the Bengals to win or whatever. And then all of a sudden, I used to record on the floor. And all of a sudden, yeah, I did. I didn't have no furniture. At my house, I had just moved in. I was like recording on the floor. And then look at us. Now we're at AJ Green interviews, Carl Lawson. Who we interviewed? TJ Husmanzada. Jeff Blake. Hugh Jackson. Willie Anderson. I feel like we've interviewed a lot, but we got some big ones on deck. I'm going to tell you that Chris Evans the other day, Brunel Wren not too long ago, Fort in Spain last week. So we got some really big ones. And aside from that, we're going to do a lot of different things like this coming to the city. And like I said, every single thing that I do, I'm going to do it for the city. They can't buy me over at Paul Brown Stadium, I'll tell you that.
Once again, we just want to thank Midwest Best Barbecue for putting this all together. Tim, and your family, your wife as well. We thank you all for all of the help and everything, especially the support of this podcast. We appreciate all of the fans coming out tonight. Like we said, we will be at the game tomorrow, section 154, I believe. But thank you guys again for coming out tonight. We will try to take some pictures afterwards if you guys want to take some pictures with me and Zim. But please respect Midwest Best Barbecue because they are getting ready to close here. But Zim, we gotta end this with a yes.